So we are officially back with Sunday Reset, you guys, and I'm so excited. So many of y'all have been hitting me up asking me when I'm going to resume them, and y'all, Sunday Resets kind of became a little bit more daunting than what they were worth. So I am going to be putting a little bit of a different spin on them, and hopefully you guys enjoy them still. You guys are also going to see that we are in a different setting right now. We are living with my mom temporarily until we find us a new place. If you guys been keeping up with us, y'all know we moved, and we had so much going on around the time that we were moving, so it was not as smooth of a transition as we had hoped for it to be. But I'm just so grateful to have a mom that will allow me to come back home whenever I need to. So we will be here just for a little bit while we are still apartment hunting and everything like that. Stay tuned in the vlogs if you guys want to kind of go along in that process with us. But like I said, Sunday resets were beginning to be a little bit stressful for me, if I can be completely honest with you guys. So I decided I kind of wanted to make them more of like chatty type of resets instead of just walking you guys through what I do. If you're not familiar with my Sunday resets, you may not know, but most of y'all who have been watching and pretty much know what I usually do on Sundays and kind of how that usually goes. So we're gonna just kind of be doing some like chatting and just more so like a visual diary, if you will. And I do think that is also a series that I'm gonna start here on my channel, so make sure you guys let me know what you think about that. But I just feel like it would be a good place for us to kind of talk about like mentally resetting, emotionally resetting, and sharing different things that I do that help me kind of unwind on Sundays, especially if you guys get the Sunday scaries. I know a lot of people do, especially pertaining to going back to work on Monday and just really feeling like you have to accomplish everything on Sunday. So if y'all are interested in that, or if that sounds good to you guys, like I said, make sure you guys let me know down in the comments. If you're not caught up with our vlogs and you're completely lost, welcome to the party. We've moved, and we're just kind of in that middle ground weird area of looking for an apartment. Looking for an apartment or a townhome, let me just put it that way. We had so much going on around the time that we moved that we just really had to kind of just prioritize moving out of our old place, because we didn't know where we were going, but we knew we were not staying there. So I'm so grateful to have parents that let me come back home until I figured it all out. Like I said, I don't know how long we'll be here. I do know that it won't be like super long, because we're actively seeking a new place for us to live, but we also didn't want to like downgrade. We wanted it to be equal or better than our previous place. So with that being said, we are. This is where we're at, and y'all, I can't lie, I have had so many like mental and emotional blockers when it comes to creating content, just because you guys got familiar and really got to see me in my own place, in my own environment, where I feel like I was really starting to thrive, and for me to kind of have to like uproot it all and not go directly back into my own space kind of like made me feel like I was I hate to say taking a step backwards, but really just kind of decreasing the quality of my content. And I started having all of these like doubts and just negative self-talk about, not being able to create the same type of content. People will not be interested in this. And I was really just starting to realize that I was not practicing what I preach at all. I constantly tell people whenever they DM me, or when I'm just talking to people about just starting YouTube or growth on social media, that you just have to get out of your own head and get out of your own way and create your content. If everybody would just do that, there would be so many more content creators. But I feel like most people get hung up on just the mental aspects of things, or even the emotional sometimes. And that's what was going on with me. I felt like I wanted to just halt all content, not post anything, and really just wait till I was back in my own space. But then I really had to look at things from a different lens. I always do that. If you follow my channel for a while, anytime I've moved, I've gone ghost for at least a month or so until I figured out what my life was doing, or until things were certain. And I really just did not want to do that this time for several reasons. But the first reason is I really wanted to prove to myself that I can continue creating great content no matter where I'm at. But also that creating the perfect content at the perfect time is not really helping anybody in these situations. And I really do want you guys to have a better look into what my life consists of, and just be super open and vulnerable with you guys as much as I possibly can. By nature, I am a more private person, which is usually why I tend to leave and then come back and be like, I'm back, new apartment tour, and stuff like that. But I really have worked so hard over this previous year to grow my community and continue to put in the work to grow and just create a community where we all talk and engage and just really have conversation with each other. And so I do not want to, one, kind of throw all of that to the wayside, but also two, you guys don't deserve that for me to just kind of dib and dab into my YouTube channel. I love it so much, and I love y'all so much, and I know you guys love the content so much. So I did want to continue to try to just push through that mental barrier, and I'm so glad I did, you guys. Obviously the videos are going to look very much so different, but it's still me. I'm still myself, and I still have the same great quality and everything to offer. And so you guys, just the message for today is get out your own head and get out your own way, because that's all that's happening. And most of the time, all of the things that you think are going to happen that are negative don't end up happening. So if we just be real with ourselves, the only thing that's stopping us from getting to where we want to go is us. So that's pretty much what I kind of wanted to just talk about in this video. I didn't know how I was going to kind of continue into my usual content flow, being in a new space. And I knew I didn't want it to immediately just go into vlogging, even though there will be a lot of vlogs, but I still wanted to have kind of actual content videos so that aspect wasn't missing from my channel. So like I said earlier, it'll probably just be more so a visual diary, just because obviously I don't have an entire space right now. But yeah, I really think I'm going to enjoy it, and I really hope y'all do too. And the visual diaries are going to just kind of be conversational, and maybe I will talk about specific topics if you guys have anything that you are, going through or want me to touch on or just want me to talk about. But for the most part, I think it's just going to be me talking about what I have been going through mentally and how I've been working to get past that. So in this season of my life, like I said, I'm just in a season of growth, and I really come to know and be comfortable with being uncomfortable, because I genuinely think that God knows that I thrive off of routine and being comfortable. So he continuously puts me in situations and in places that I am in extreme discomfort. Not to say I'm in discomfort being in my mom's house, because let's be for real, I love it here, I'm always here, but you know what I mean, just not being in my own environment. And I think he constantly puts me in these situations so that I don't have that flight reaction. Instead, I am kind of shell shocked for a minute, but then kind of fall into sort of a way of being in survival mode and being able to kind of exist in these situations and finding comfort in that. I know that God always has a greater and bigger plan for me, and just in having that in the back of my head, I know that everything is going to work out exactly the way that it should. I think that God will come and shake the room a little bit in my life. I can't speak for everyone else's, but in my life, I feel like God will come and shake the room a little bit whenever I get too comfortable, and whenever he's really calling me higher to do something different, to do something better, to do something greater than myself. So once I kind of gained or grasped that mindset, then I kind of started to have this overall peace about situations that ordinarily would cause me great anxiety, great discomfort, and that would just generally worry me. There have been so many times in my life that I've just worried myself sick, and the best outcome possible has always come out of the situation. So I just wanted to put that out there, that if y'all are worried about anything, or if any of y'all are going through anything, then just know that no matter what, one, you worrying yourself sick about it is not going to change the outcome. And two, God has already made up his mind and had made up a plan for you and your life and what the outcome will be. So whether you worry about it or whether you don't, the outcome is not going to be different. So you might as well just gain as much peace from the situation as you can, control what you can control. I do have sometimes negative self-talk or just like a limited mental kind of space when it comes to having to switch stuff up or change stuff up, and I really just want to grow past that as a person. That's not my favorite attribute about myself, but here I am showing up for me and keeping the promises that I'm making to myself, and I know only good things will come of it. So I just wanted to come and make this video and just kind of actually do like an actual mental reset with you guys and just kind of do like also a mental check-in. So I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of conversation. I know this video wasn't super long, but I did want to just kind of break the ice break the ice that y'all didn't even know was there. So yeah, I love you guys so much, and let me know if you guys want more content like this or if you just enjoyed today's conversation. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I will talk to you guys in the next one. The next video is more than likely going to be a vlog, so we'll have more conversation like this, but I'll see you in the next one.